Hey everyone, I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer, and welcome back to another video on what it's like swapping from console to PC on Rainbow Six Siege. I played Xbox all my life. I don't even play shooter games on PC, so it's been a challenge. But we're not going to talk about the mechanics today. What I want to talk about is ranked and 5 stacks and communication, and it is very different on PC compared to console. Now, I've noticed this in ranked and unranked and even newcomer playlist that on PC there's just way more communication. Even if it's something like he's on my body, you know, which is a terrible call out, but it's like saying he's on my body, they have an Ash, they have a Doc, whatever the case may be. Little call outs like that are very basic are like on PC all the time. You know, everyone's got a mic or they type in the chat, and on Xbox that doesn't happen. It's very simple. You are stuck in a party and you don't want to go into game chat. It's more of a bear to go into game chat, you know. On PC, all you gotta do is hold your button down and then speak and then off the button, right? On Xbox, you have to pick between whether you're gonna stay in a party with your friend or go into game chat. And you can't just mute your mic easily. You have to push the button. It's not a push to talk. You push the button. It's a toggle. And what happens is if you want to go into game chat and only let people hear you when you want to speak, and you keep toggling mute, eventually you're going to forget you mute yourself, and then your callouts aren't going to go through. So it really sucks. You have to pick between party chat and game chat. It can't be like on Siege on the computer where you're in a Discord call with your buddies and then you're also speaking in game chat. And not to mention that it's already way easier to speak in game chat. And if you're a young kid or someone with a high-pitched voice, you can just type and, well, they're not going to call you a squeaker. I mean, it's just the truth, you know? And it's just really this whole concept of game chat being easier. And what happens is you get up against teams that are at least semi-coordinated. You have the average team in a PC match is more coordinated than the average Xbox team. It's what I've noticed. 5 stacks or bunch of solo queuing people. Like, it's very obvious to me. So what does this mean for me? I come from Xbox, where everyone's quiet. I think I have a significant advantage over new PC players that haven't been playing on console. I think I have an advantage, and I'll explain to you guys why. Even though I really don't do callouts, I've been playing with my 5 stack for a while, and I've gotten pretty used to doing callouts, right? The difference though is I've played Siege without callouts, which means without anyone's voice interrupting my game, I've gotten a lot more used to fighting multiple people on my own and also listening to the game sounds, okay? I'm used to listening to footsteps. I'm used to taking fights where I know no one's got my back, which, you know, in a public match, even with comms, and you're in a 5 stack, since you're not that coordinated and you're with a bunch of randoms, if you say, hey, I'm getting shot at, they're probably not going to come save you anyways, right? So all those situations where you're by yourself, abandoned, no callouts, and you just have you and your game sense and your drone and not getting your drone shot, I have all those skills highly developed. Okay, I listen for footsteps, and I overall I do better when it comes to those solo situations. Now, right now, I'm in, you know, against people that have comms. I gotta get used to comms. And I'm probably gonna turn off push to talk, because at this point, even with push to talk, I don't like having a finger being used to talk. I would rather have that finger, whether it's my thumb, pinky, pointer finger, whatever, man. It has to be doing something. It has to be available for use on the keyboard, not busy talking to people. So I'm probably just going to pick whether or not I have my mic on or off for my play session, because that's just me. But I'm also used to those, you know, because I'm used to those 1v1 gunfights and solo queuing without comms, I have to get used to fighting against randoms that do have comms. And while I think that's going to be challenging, I would much rather be used to randoms having comms than being the other way, where I'm used to a bunch of callouts, so I have to learn my game sense, right? The way that I see Rainbow Six Siege is a 5 stack versus 5 solo queuers. Who's gonna win? The 5 stack, right? But if you look at the 5 stack and say, okay, these 5 people have played with each other for a whole year, And then you have the solo queuers. These solo queuers have been playing with each other alone for a whole year. Okay? What I think is going to happen is that team of 5, as soon as 1 or 2 people die, at least for a normal match, this is just my hypothesis, is if it becomes a 3v5 and that 5 stack is down to 3 people, right? I think the solo queue team has a better chance of winning because they're going to be able to take those one-on-one, those 1v2s, those 1v3s, because that's how they've lived their lives in this game. Now, if you get to the highest skill level, a coordinated team at that point is bomb. I don't know how to say it. They're just good, you know? But I think for the average players with, you know, because average players have a larger margin of error than pro players, I genuinely think that once in a 5 stack, those first couple people drop, that the solo queuers are going to do better. I just think that's how it is. And so what that kind of leads me into is I feel like I'm developing my social skills now, right? But I think that when it comes time for me to be playing seriously with a competitive team or a 5 stack, you know, I have that backup of all my teammates are dead and we have no cams and no callouts and I can survive. You know, I think something that happens in solo queue that's very underrated is you get put into situations where your other, it's kind of simulating, even though they're not, it's simulating your 4 teammates not giving you good callouts and being dead. It's simulating not having cams, you know, because if you solo queue, you know, 9 times out of 10 you're on the PC, you're just going to keep watching your YouTube video in the background rather than get on cams and help the other guys out, right? So it gives you a training ground for when you're stuck, you know, the team shot out all the cams and you have to fight on your own against a team that has drones and you have no callouts and you have your wits. So I think that I have those skills developed, and those skills I've already paid attention. I've been paying attention, you know, playing through in the newcomers playlist and in ranked and unranked on PC. I see those skills shine through. I do really bad when I drone out my teammates and try to give them call outs and all that. But just the other day, I was playing ranked and I held one area off. I held 3 people off of one area by myself. And I had no cams and no call outs. I just had my wits. And, you know, that compared to, alright, I'm trying to coordinate with my team, you know, droning in people out and telling them where the rotates are, and it's just not working out. You know, so that's why, you know, swapping from PC, or swapping to PC from console, the ranked experience is very different, but I think console gave me the training ground to be able to hold my own without callouts, without, you know, teammates helping me out, just solo queue. It kind of turned me into a little bit of a Rambo, you know. Now, what I'm not saying is that because I played on console, I can 1v5. If you have 1 person versus 2 people of equal skill level, almost all the time the 2 people are gonna win, right? At the higher levels, it's kind of luck. If you get droned out and there's 2 people, I feel like it's kind of a little bit on luck and just, I don't know, guesswork for the equally skilled 1v2 for the 1 person to win that, you know. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what my instincts and my gut says. So, but what I'm saying is, it gives me a fallback. That's the big thing, is it gives me, a player, a fallback. Hey, all my teammates are dead. Time to 1v4. Let's go. You know, I've been exposed to that. So that's kind of where my head is at on that. I love that I have to fight against teams that have communication. I'm getting my ass kicked, you know, because I'm solo queuing right now. But I think it's good to, you know, get exposed to 5 stacks and teams that have comms, because then you just get used to fighting. You know, that's gonna happen in competitive, you know, in high level ranked. It's just gonna happen. But that 1v1 and the 1v2s and 3s and 4s and 5s are also gonna happen. And so I'm prepared for that. It's just another step in my learning. And I'm really grateful that, you know, just watching this go down where I'm having to deal with comms now, I'm really glad that I developed my solo skills. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you find that there's a lot more communication on PC? I mean, I think there is, and I think it's because it's just easier to communicate. You don't have to go through all these dumb menus like on Xbox. So, yeah, I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer. I suck just as bad as you do at video games, and I will see you guys in the next one.